How's it going, everybody? This is Rob Novakast back with another video talking about some more Death Note. Really excited to talk more about this show. We've gone through quite a bit. Now we're going to be talking about episodes 19 and 20. So without further delay, why don't we go ahead and get started. Also, since I sometimes forget about saying it, but in the sense I do need to remember saying it, there'd be spoilers. So if you haven't watched Death Note, please do so, and then come back and watch the video. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so, episode 19, to start us off, is a Matsuda episode. Now, Matsuda is a character that I haven't had the chance to really talk about, who is kind of like left in the background, or kind of like the laughing joke in the sense where people kind of like, I don't want to, how should I put this? I mean, he exists, but at the same time, or actually, you know what, better analogy, he's like the Meg, like Family Guy Meg of the group, where he's there, but at the same time, people don't want to acknowledge his existence, unfortunately. So, but anyways, so this one more so focuses on Matsuda and his interactions as Misa's manager. I'm using quotes, by the way, manager, to make sure that she is not doing anything suspicious, but at the same time still helping with the case. And comes across a few businessmen who look suspicious and proceeds to follow them in their company building. And this is the same company that is under suspicion of possibly housing Kira, or their version of Kira. So it inevitably ends up with him getting in trouble, where he listens to the board meeting and they talk about Kira and who they're going to kill next, and he unfortunately accidentally opens the door while they're in their meeting and gets himself in trouble. And the rest of the episode is basically L, Light, and the rest of the crew trying to save his sorry ass. And the way they actually end up doing is actually really cool. Where at first L contacts Matsuda, pretending to be his friend, and using kind of like code to figure out his situation, which I thought was really cool. And I will say it, especially with how ambiguous to an extent L is, he's able to just on the fly create a kind of persona in order to kind of work with a situation, which I thought was kind of cool, especially with him, like, to some extent. I don't know if I can say, like, change his voice a little bit, but that's what he did. Or whoever was, voicing L did a really good job. So basically, they figure out he's in trouble, figure out a way to get him out of trouble by getting hold of Misa after she's been dealing with or at least helping act in a movie. And basically, they get a variety of different women from the organization that she's from to host a quote-unquote party for the businessmen who want to kill Matsuda. And with the help of L and them, Matsuda pretends to be drunk and proceeds to fall off a balcony window, or fall out of a balcony window. And they set it up to make it seem like he committed suicide, or at least accidental death, due to him being drunk. So, all in all, it's actually really cool. But, yeah, Matsuda is basically the Meg of the situation, because a lot of people, especially L, like more so L, has a lot of resentment towards this character. It's really funny. It's to the point where it's like practically hilarious. But the episode ends with everybody kind of getting into position to take down this think it was Yatsubo Group or Yatsubo Company. I can't remember the exact name. And figuring out who is Kira. But when they, I guess, are able to get a wiretap or a camera into their boardroom, they realize that what used to be around 8 are now just 7. So the question now is, what's going to happen next? So following up, episode 20 basically starts us off with a brand new intro, which I don't know how I feel about it. It's very chaotic in nature. But I guess to an extent, that's kind of the whole thing about the show, really, now that I think about it. I mean, trying to uncover order and chaos. I'm probably overthinking it. But anyway, yeah, so with this particular episode, they're kind of going further with investigating the Yatsubo Group. I think that's the name of the company. Again, I forget. But they are basically going over and watching their meeting as they're discussing how they're going to kill a group of people in a rival company, disguising it as accidental deaths. And Light gets the idea to portray himself as L and convince probably the lowest ranking of the 7 company employees or board members of basically portraying his fellow co-workers and trying to at least set it up so that way these people get arrested, or at least uncover the actual quote-unquote Kira, so that way Kira can be removed from the picture. To some regard, we have arguments between L, Light, who, again, Light, or at least L, still is under the assumption or speculation or suspects, that's the word, Light of being Kira still. And to some regard, the investigation is now split into 2 groups. One group investigating the board members, and the other group investigating Kira, trying to continue to uncover who Kira is. Where we have the last remaining police officers investigating the board members, and L, Light, and Misa going after Kira. So this, above all, should be quite interesting. Hopefully, if anything. But all in all, this episode was actually kind of fun. Some of the humor was hilarious, or at least when it comes down to the bits with Misa, who is still very, very much infatuated with Light, and L to some extent continues. By the way, when they have a quick section or scene with L, Light, and Misa, where L is still kind of questioning Misa's overall infatuation with Light, trying to make make more of a situation where he's trying to uncover whether or not Light is actually Kira. But at this point, especially with everything going on and with what happened with previous episodes or earlier episodes where he lost his memory, Light isn't going to basically, flat out say, "Hey, I'm Kira," especially now since he doesn't remember that he was Kira. But we're at episode 20, and I think there's 29 episodes, 30 episodes. So to some regard, I'm kind of wondering how they're going to go forward from here, especially with, again, Light is the main protagonist / villain of the story. So I'm kind of curious of how things are going to continue on. I wouldn't be surprised if, once Elle is out of the picture, they proceed to somehow Light gets his memory back. I don't know, but either way, we should be Should be curious, or it should be interesting, or a curious situation. There we go. But anyway, that was episodes 19 and 20 for this particular video / review / discussion. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Peace.